So I'm on the clay bar claying stage, and I have never felt sap deposits. It's just probably thousands of little dots all over. And I'm going to take you in here on this little front clip panel. I'm going to do this one-handed. I don't have great sound going on. I've got everything taped off. Everything buttoned up. I have used Optimum Polymer Technologies. Yeah, Optimer Polymer Technologies. Kind of lost in my train of thought. Paint prep 1 to 2 on the dilution ratio, which is kind of cool. And I've done the entire vehicle. The sap, I think it might have, some of it was even overspray from it being in the shop or a paint booth or just driving by while somebody's painting a house, which has personally happened to me. We'll get the clay bar nice and wet. I've got my ZEP high output. I have a video reviewing that when I picked these up from Home Depot a couple years ago, and they are still going strong. I always though am careful about cleaning my sprayers out after use. So I went along here, right? Everybody, if you're not familiar with clay bar, it's kind of like the old school silly putty. It's like soft, and what it does is when you move it across a surface such as this, what it does is, yes, I'm rocking the camera, I'm actually moving. Here's me not rocking the camera. What you do is you go back and forth over the paint with some lubrication on it, and it allows you to feel the deposits like sap or overspray of paint or anything else. You know, it was already, washed a couple times, iron fallout remover, the Purple Power vehicle boat wash, as I went over earlier in the video as I was having a bit of fun about using a magic eraser. And I did some hand application just in some tight spots to see my reaction on this paint. I was able to lift some of the magic eraser movements. I went with GRIOT'S Garage Perfecting Cream, and I am deciding to use, I believe these are Lake Country white pads. I could be wrong. I've got a box of pads there, a box of pads there, and that box is all rotary, lots of wool for boats. And anyway, before I get too far off base, I'm going to use the Rupes Malay as I generally do. I'm going to use my Buff Bright. I think it's Buff Bright. Sorry if I'm wrong on that. But absolutely love the light shining right where you need it, right on your paintwork. You can infinitely change everything. So, whoops. It does make it hard to set down, so you got to have a side here. But before I get too far off base, claying is very important, because if I tried to polish this car without doing all the steps I've done, all the processes, I am old school. I believe in doing things right and doing them efficiently. I'm going to put another layer. I'm going to see if you can hear this. I've got a little bit of bad audio. I'm just, I'm in the middle of things. I'm working. I started over here on this edge. It's now all smooth, but as I come down here where I stopped, I want you to listen real close. I know that makes for some pretty bad video, but you can literally hear and feel the sap being pulled into the clay softly away from the surface, and you can feel right here all of those contaminants as they are being yanked out of the surface, and also they'll grab things that have embedded and they'll pull them up away. One more time here. This probably be a bad spot. Listen. Maybe turn your speakers all the way up and rewind like 30 seconds. It's a nice bug etching. I'll back up some. There was a bug etching there that looked pretty nasty, and the clay just pulled it right up. So you can go to the other side and this is now a very smooth surface. I do not clay a car at any time unless I am polishing. That side was clean, but that right there, I'm kind of washed out with the light. I like these 5000K lights. You can see the dirt right here, the dirt line. So the claying process is done. I've got the top propped up to the proper height where I can get over this lip on the hood. Back it up. You can kind of see where I'm at. I've got a nice, nasty... Let's see if I can get the light on here. I've got a nice nasty scratch going on right here. I'm going to address that. Looks to be through. I don't know. I'm going to clay that up quick too. But anyway, I thank you, and I will continue on. I'll bring you in on the process here as I try and remove the beautiful and very well done, I might add, magic eraser and goof off combination, as the car was attempted to do sap removal by a husband and wife who own the car. And that's where professionals come in, and that's why you can always reach out and I will take great care of you. Or if you're around the country, maybe I know a detailer in your area. I am kind of all over the place right now with new Instagram and Instagram for Business and Twitter and just a myriad of local and national forums, Facebook. Just get a hold of me. Give me some reviews. Give me some love. Comment, like, share. As always, I'll continue on with my work. Thanks.